Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a rolling regression and using the standard deviation to add upper and lower bands. And in today's example, I'm going to be using intraday data, but you can use any periodicity that you may need using the script. So we're going to load up QuantMod, assign our ticker, and I used the Trader API to get some intraday data, but I saved it as an RDS file so that I can easily read it in. And it has nothing but the open, high, low, close, and volume. So here you see that we're using 1 minute data. Now we need to go ahead and create a function for our rolling regression. So we have 3 inputs. The first one is to pass in our stock data, the width size for the regression, or the number of bars to use to calculate our regression line, and our standard deviation multiplier. And this function will use the number of rows, and depending on your width size, calculate the regression, extract the y-intercept and the slope, and just return the last observation. So for each of these regressions, it will have a step size of 1. So for each bar, it's going to do a regression depending on your width size and return the last observation. And then we're going to put everything together. We're going to add the standard deviation. We're going to add a running standard deviation of the fitted values and add the upper and lower standard deviation bands. So if we go to the next block here, we're going to assign the parameters. So if we go ahead and run this and we take a look at that XTS object. Apart from the open, high, low, close, and volume, we have our sequence used for our regression, but we do have the fitted values, the y-intercept, the slope, and depending on your width size, it is going to take up some space for the standard deviation, the upper and lower bands. So let's go ahead and plot this. We're going to use chart series to plot the open, high, low, close, and then add our fitted values, which is the regression line, and our upper and lower bands. It is a little bit hard to see, but we can take a look at May only or select date, which will be May 1st. So if we run this and then maximize the plot, we can see for the most part, at least for this date range, the majority of the values did stay within the bands, but there are some periods or strong trends where they do not follow or stay within the bands. So here we see one to the downside, one for the upside, and most recently another one on the downside. But I need to do some further studies as I am interested in finding periods where the price stays within the bands, such as this period here. I'll do some further testing, and if I do find something that works, I'll share it with you guys. And with that, guys, this concludes the video. I hope this was useful information. I'll leave a link down in the description area to my Patreon where you can find this script. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.